Hey everyone, it's Deacon082. Welcome back to Pokemon Emerald Mono Water Challenge. In the last episode, we talked really slow, so in this episode, I'm going to talk really fast to make up for it, except, yeah, I'm not going to talk that fast, and you probably had no idea what I was saying in the intro. But anyway, we're here in the desert, and there are a lot of wild Pokemon here, as I mentioned in the last episode, that are really handy for grass types. However, the sandstorm weather condition is going to inflict constant damage on us, which is why having a move like Absorb is really helpful, because it allows us to basically heal off the sandstorm damage each turn. But this place really isn't as good of a training area for water or for grass types as you might think, because Sand Attack is annoying, and then there's poison staying on everything, and then Sand Veil makes your attacks miss on everything, and then you get poisoned and take poison damage, and it's just not fun. So, I have the EXP share on Muchacho for a reason, and the other part of that reason is we're about to run out of PP on Absorb, so we're not going to get that much use, and I think I'm just going to end up EXP sharing him for the remainder of this episode, because maybe he'll get a level or two in this area before we get out of here. Because this is really the last extra area we can go to between the 4th and 5th gyms, because the 5th gym, if you don't know, is in Petalburg. Way back, our dad told us, come back and challenge us when you have 5 gym badges, or 4 gym badges. So now we have 4 gym badges, so we can actually go back and fight him after we deal with this headless guy who's probably got his head stuck inside of his clothes to kind of protect himself from the effects of the sandstorm. I mean, it takes some massive balls going out here in this sandstorm weather looking for ruins, even though we just kind of walked in here. Okay, so we can't really do anything about Dig, except we can just switch into Stamps and not have to worry about anything that happens, and then we should be faster, and then we can just go back and hit it with a water gun. But because of fucking Sand Veil, one of the most annoying abilities, causes so many misses when you're in sandstorm weather. Like, there's nothing worse than low accuracy. Except maybe like having 100% accuracy moves miss like twice in one battle when you're taking sandstorm damage every time it misses. So, yeah, not working too well. There's a lot of stuff in here in this area. There's a double battle coming up. I'm going to go, I guess, Blue Bunny and Tulse, because Stamps got pretty low on health in that last battle. I'm never able to make it through the whole desert without healing. It's just impossible because the sandstorm damage comes in. So, Mirrel's gonna take sandstorm damage, so we can just Bubble Beam and Mud Shot. Mud Shot should do quite a bit, and the Bubble Beam will take it out. So yeah, that was probably not the best way of dealing with them, but I'd rather see what your second Pokemon is. Okay, Sand Slash up next, and we're probably best off using 2 Water-type moves. Now, the thing about using Tulse in this area is we don't take Sandstorm damage, which is very nice. It's really helpful to have a Ground-type in here, and a Water Ground-type in particular is just so useful to have. But Sand Veil plus Sand Attack plus Sandstorm on a Sandshrew or Sand Slash who loves to eat some guy's sandwiches in the sandstorm in the desert. So yeah, sand everywhere. That just kind of that's what I think of when I think of this area of the game. I just think of all the sand, and they actually made, off topic, but they made a really cool sand sculpture in my school. Like over the course of like 4 days, they basically carved some pretty awesome thing out of sand, and You just got to walk by every day and see it progressing, and by the time it was done, it looked pretty awesome. If I can find a picture, maybe I'll post it. So, yeah. Now if we can sneak all the way down through here without running into a wild Pokemon, we can get the TM for Sandstorm. In the sand, and the storm, and this is the sandwich guy. Yep, this guy's gonna give us some of his sandwich if he loses. So if we win, not only do we get money and we get experience, but we also get a free sandwich, which I'm getting hungry right now. It's 11:30 at night now, and I haven't eaten in a while. So yeah, it's about time for my I guess dinner, because I'm on some weird kind of schedule. But yeah, I'm gonna get some food after this recording. I'm thinking about going out for food. Yes, and going out for food at midnight to a Mexican place that's open like till like 3:30 in the morning. But this guy says his Sandshrew loves eating his sandwiches, but his Sandshrew was nowhere to be found in that battle. Maybe it was this Sandshrew, and he's kind of delusional and thinks that the wild Sandshrews are his Sandshrews. I mean, I don't blame him, but I'm not exactly looking too hot there. Well, I wanted to check that rock because I think there might be an item in it, but instead we have to do this battle. Getting some good training out from Muchacho at this point. I would love to do more training for Aerial, but this just isn't a good place when you don't have any water type moves. Does Muchacho have any absorbs left? I don't think so. I think we have one, maybe. So this is not going to be a fun battle at all. Yeah, because we're going to take a bunch of Sandstorm damage, and we're not really going to heal much from this absorb. Like, we're not going to heal all of that. We're going to heal about 1 turn's worth of Sandstorm, and then we're gonna kind of be stuck using Swift on just... Oh wait, no, this is Earthquake in here. Oh man, I forgot about that, but unfortunately Lombre's physical attack is not very good, so his Earthquake's kind of weak. But hey, I have Earthquake, I'm not complaining. Too bad nothing in here is really weak to Earthquake, and most things have good physical defense, so I mean, it's only useful if the Pokemon around you are weak to it, so... Like, Nature Power turning into Surf over Water, not very good, because you're fighting almost all water types when you're on water, so I'd rather have it be something useful, but hey, you can't complain. Surf's better than using, like, Absorb. Well, because of the base power, and because we're water types, so... I don't know. It depends on damage calculations, but I think a not very effective Surf with Stab would be better than a Stab super effective Absorb. It depends on the healing, though. I don't know exactly how you factor healing into, like, damage calcs, because it's based on HP and how much damage you do. So... yeah, it's not a really great measure, so... Let's go back to Tulse for this guy. I think there's like 2 or 3 trainers left in here. So we're getting a little bit of training up because we're going to take on the 5th gym probably in the next episode. And that's going to be a normal type gym, and I'll mention this again in the next episode, but I really think normal type is the most underrated type there is. Like, Norman's gym always gives me a lot of trouble, and it's mainly not even because of his slacking, it's because of his Linoon and his Zangoose. Not his Zangoose, his Vigoroth. Like, those 2 Pokemon, they're not even his strongest, but the normal type is just so versatile, and his Pokemon have such good strategy that it's really good. Now, its competition for most underrated type is Poison type, and after doing a Poison type only run of Emerald, I gotta say that I love Poison types for their usefulness in battle. and just how many different things you can do with the poison type. Plus the whole thing of not being able to be poisoned over the course of the entire game is, it's pretty nice to go an entire game without getting poisoned by a random Wurmple or something. So, but there are defensive poison types, there are physical attacking poison types, there are special attacking poison types, there are bulky poison types, there are poison types that can learn a variety of moves. There's just so much you can do with the poison type, as here's a Cacnea. It's a grass type with Sand Veil, and Sand Veil ability also prevents Sandstorm damage for Cacnea. Of course, the other Pokemon that get Sand Veil doesn't matter because they already resist Sandstorm damage. Why are you Leech Seeding 2 turns in a row, wild Pokemon? Or you don't understand how to play the game, but we're gonna die unless we take this thing out, so I'm gonna hope. Yep. Okay, that was really good. Now if we can get out of this sand, okay. And then we can just sneak right back up here to heal at this old lady's rest house, and I think this episode's been kinda short, but I don't know, to be honest, but I'm going to end it either way. We can't really fly, so I'm going to, I guess, head back to Petalburg, and on the way there I'll end off the episode if we can get through here without running into anything, which means I gotta be careful with my steps. Let's see, what's the best way to go back to Petalburg at this point? There really is no best way, but next time on Pokemon Emerald Water type challenge. Oh, first, oh my god, I haven't done this in a long time. Look at all this money we have. Look at all of this money we can dump into the slots. Yes. Oh, well, I should probably be paying more attention and buying like 500 at a time. Okay, so I need to stop stalling. Next time on Pokemon Emerald, we will be taking on the Petalburg City Gym and maybe buying a TM for Ice Beam because we're so close in coins. So, this has been Deacon082, and I will see you guys next time.